Que fechou, Chico.
Quiet on the set. Quiet, please. First positions, please. Rolling action.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Director's Cut. I'm joined here with Liliana.
Hi.
And Catherine.
Hi.
And today we're going to talk about a recent movie called
The Hangover.
The Hangover. All right, so it's a comedy, right?
Very much so.
It was funny, and it's basically about these guys who are hungover.
Yes.
They had a really crazy night, and they can't remember what
But
happened.
it's not just any night, right? Because among these four guys, there's a guy who's supposed to be getting married. It's his wedding weekend, and enough craziness happens that they might not end up making it to the wedding, which is the big the tension in the movie.
Right.
So that's the setting.
So all four of them take a trip to Las Vegas. They're all friends, right?
Well, except for one.
One of them is the brother-in-law
Yes, the brother-in-law.
okay, and they make a trip to Vegas where it's very popular to have a bachelor party, right?
Woohoo.
So
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
stays in Vegas.
Yeah.
So you have strip clubs, you have casinos. It's a fun place for a couple of nights, right?
Too fun, one might
fun.
argue.
And so this is what happens. The interesting part is that each friend has a different personality. One of them is very conservative, very much attached to his girlfriend and does whatever she says.
He's like a dentist.
Yeah, he's a
So he
dentist.
keeps introducing himself to people as a doctor. He's like, doctor, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, he's just a dentist. So he's kind of like this sad...
That's unfair to dentists. They handle anesthesia as well.
True.
That's true.
And the other guy's a teacher, right? An elementary school teacher. And
a
he's
total
married.
jerk.
And he's kind of a jerk. He's married, but he's still kind of like a crazy guy. And the brother-in-law is a little bit on the not so bright side.
He's
right?
unstable.
I think he is bright. I think the joke is that he did a lot of drugs when he was in college. And so
Exactly.
now he's kind of like fried.
All right. And the groom is kind of like the most balanced one of the group, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Seemingly.
Seemingly. So they all go to Vegas and they start off their night well, and they get really, really drunk, and apparently they get drugged.
Well, they're not really sure what happens because the moment after they start drinking, it's the next day, and we as audience members also don't know what happened. So the story is the story of how they rewrite or how they discover what happened that night.
Right. So
And
it's
so
like
that's-
putting the pieces together because you don't know either. And little by little, you discover each hour or every place that they were going to, right?
Yes, because in fact, when they wake up, they're all in the hotel, which they rented this nice suite in the
Caesar's
Palace. And they're looking for the groom, right?
Right.
And he's not there. So they start like freaking out. Where is he? And they start to like say, well, what happened last night?
like one of them is naked.
And they all have injuries. You know, they all
Injuries.
have like black eyes or broken, you know.
One of them's missing a tooth. The
There's
dentist is
the
actually missing a
dentist.
tooth.
Yeah.
And there's a baby in the apartment, but they don't know whose mom the baby's.
Carlos.
They name him Carlos.
They name him Carlos.
There's a tiger.
There's
in
a
the-
tiger in the bathroom. They don't know how it got there. And there's also a chicken in the room throughout the
Yes.
whole movie.
all the movie. There's the chicken. It's hilarious.
All right, so let's listen to a clip of one of the wacky. Mike Tyson makes a guest appearance on this movie as well.
Yes.
He does, and he is a scary, scary man.
Yes, he is. Is that a real tattoo?
It's
he
a
has?
real tattoo on his face.
On his face.
Why? Why would you do that?
It's
he's
cool.
he's a prize fighter. He's a fighter. Like, how scary would that be? You're in the ring with Mike Tyson, and he has a tribal tattoo all over his face.
That's very
And he
disturbing.
can bite your ear off.
I know.
Can and did.
Actually, I can't imagine being in the ring with Mike Tyson, or like even in a movie set with him. He's like buff and so scary looking.
He's very scary. Actually, I read someplace like if he hits you, like he can kill you, like from a hit. Like seriously, if you're not like a professional
Fighter.
and he's like full body weight, or how do you call
Yeah,
it?
he's a
Uses the
heavyweight.
weight of his
Heavyweight. So imagine.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. But he actually does take a swing at one of the actors in the movie, right?
Yeah.
That's right. And it is, well, that's part of the scene that we just played for everyone. Yeah, it gets worse and worse and worse because he's not the only kind of pseudo villain in this movie.
And actually, Mike Tyson does own that tiger, right?
Yeah,
he
he's-
has a tiger in his home.
he's famous for having animals.
He doesn't do it for like to save the animals, right? He has it
No,
because
it's
they're
cool.
cool.
Yeah. Like Michael Jackson and his monkey.
He had a monkey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for some time, yeah.
So yeah, the movie is interesting. They have a lot of different adventures and a lot of crazy things that actually seem crazy in the movie, but are probably more common than we think.
Well, that was my friend's comment. She said the reason this movie speaks to people and that people love it is because every situation could have happened, but then you just add like one more thing and it becomes completely ridiculous. So like, yeah, you could go out drinking with your friends and like forget what happened.
Right.
But the fact that they were drugged is like one more. Or like you could wake up with some stranger in your apartment. Well, add one more. It's not a stranger, it's a tiger.
Yeah.
Right. So, and actually they even had gambling issues or they got into some gambling problems.
Well, they were counting cards, which is illegal.
Right. So even little things like this that are actually very popular, as well as getting married in Vegas or eloping, right?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I
Getting,
kind of-
yeah, getting hitched in Las Vegas.
I love it.
Las
I think
Vegas.
it's so funny, like the Elvis chapels and
But I
yeah.
cannot believe that people actually do that. Like,
why not?
it's so funny. Like,
It's-
imagine like Elvis giving you away instead of your dad.
Exactly.
So,
It's like to remember.
how many people seriously have done that? I would
More
like to
than
know.
you would like.
To know. No, seriously. Like, you get wasted, you meet someone, and oh yeah, it's love, and blah blah blah. You go and get married,
Yeah.
but you can annul after 72 hours or something.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what happened to our friend Britney Spears, right? Didn't she get her marriage annulled in like 12
Yeah.
hours? Mm-hmm. What
Your
happened?
friend. I don't know if we're friends.
Well, actually, you have to consummate it.
What?
Yeah, there's like that's
That seems really antiquated.
no,
don't you
but it's
think?
true. But actually, it's on. You can read it in in the law.
So what you have to consummate the marriage?
Yeah, if not, it's annulled. If like it at some hours, 72 hours, I don't know, 48 hours, you have to consummate it. If not,
What if you
can
marry
annul it.
someone who is paralyzed from the waist down?
Well, yeah,
You'll never consummate it.
Well, yeah, you can.
Your law has flaws.
Well, no. Okay, come on.
Do we define consummate?
Okay, no, you're getting too specific. I don't know about
You should be a
that.
lawyer, Catherine.
Yeah.
You should have studied laws. How do we define consummate?
Yeah.
All right. So, what did you think of the movie, Liliana?
I loved it. It's very funny. Very, very funny.
Do you think it's very American humor?
Yes, definitely.
So, if you're not from the States or have lived there, would it not be as funny?
I think so. I mean, you have to get used to American humor. Like, I have a lot of Mexican friends. They just don't get it or they don't like it, So, but in Mexico, it's that we're more used to getting all the movies from the U.S. But I think it's pretty. I think it's very funny,
Yeah?
even if you're not American. But you need to know about American humor, definitely.
But what's there to know? I mean, they get drunk and they do stupid things, and
But
it's
that's
really,
very American.
right.
Yeah, it's like if you watch French humor or English humor, it's not
I
the
think
same.
It's
French,
not the same.
French humor is called not funny, and
For example, I think French humor is very funny. Very, very
Really?
funny. Oh, yeah. And for example, British humor, I love it, but it's hardcore, like black.
oh, I like
sarcastic.
British humor the best.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Catherine, what do you think of the movie?
Oh, that was awesome. Hilarious movie. Yeah. If I were Roger and Ebert, I would give it 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. Liliana?
Yeah, 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, I liked it as well. I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was going to be just another one of those movies that
Frat boy movie.
frat boy movies are like, yeah, let's get wasted. But it was actually pretty funny. The plot was all right, and the way that they presented it was more interesting. So it kept you in a little cloud of mystery for a while until you actually figured out what happened and where everything was.
And I liked it because there's like nothing like hardcore, like no porn, no, like bad things.
No excessives.
Exactly. It's very, very like balanced. I mean, you still have like values, like how he loves the girl and how they're like trying to, I think that's cool.
Friendship.
Yeah, the friendship, all that. So
It has a message.
it does, believe it or
It's
not.
light. Yeah.
It's light. All right, so it was a great movie. We recommend you watch it. And if you have any questions or doubts, please visit our website, englishpod.com. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.